All right, welcome to part two. I don't know what happened to my countdown counter, but anyway, we were just making the transition in part one here of breaking down the highlighted stuff for the introduction, the whatever this other color is, orange-ish for presenter two, yellow for presenter three, green presenter four, and then of course the purple and magenta-ish color for the presenter five, or the person who does the conclusion. Obviously, if you have six people, you can make modifications to this. This is not set in stone. These seem to be go together. The two that are highlighted in blue for the introduction person seem to really go together. If you have six people, those could perhaps be split, right? So feel free to use some creative license, okay, with those. So continuing on as I got cut off in part one. So the presenter would do the introduction, right? Introduce the topic, description with some background information, introduce the team, right? And forecast the structure of the presentation. And then it literally just kind of seamlessly moves forward, right? So presenter two, what is to be accomplished? What problem is being solved, right? And if we look back at the main kind of this at a glance, or this super huge overview, if you will, then we can see that presenter two, also highlighted in the same, this orangey-ish color, did those two things. And then we'll see the same thing with presenter three, right? If we go back up and look, right, at our main thing, we'll see that the two things highlighted in yellow correspond to presenter three. And I think you guys get the idea. Same thing for presenter four. Presenter five does the conclusion. The only thing that's added, right, would perhaps anticipate questions. Since we are recording them, obviously you're not going to be able to field any questions, but let's say you may have, okay, let's assume someone had a question, right? What would be a question someone might have, that we would perhaps anticipate or might expect? I've had several teams, they'll say, we have two questions actually, and so we have an audience member asking X. Here's the answer. We also have an audience member asking Y. So address those, right? It's like anticipating objections-ish kind of in a way, but any questions that you think that you might have, right? And so that's so there's some presentation practice I'm going to go into, but I'm going to stop this video for now. And so the color coordination kind of is the thing that, and how you set this up for the entire organization of that. So I'm going to go back to this particular slide, the at a glance. And this is when you can, if you have, like I said, so you only have four, or you have, I think there's one team that has three, then you'll need to do something different, perhaps combining, right? So if you have three people, you'll need to take stuff that's highlighted in green, maybe combine one of those with, one in yellow and then one in orange, and then the person, for the blue may need to take on an extra thing and split them up that way. There's no wrong way for them to be split, just as long as all the items are discussed, right, and addressed. It doesn't have to be by only five separate people, done exactly like this. But it gives you an idea of how to think about making sure that each one of those things gets addressed. All right, I think I'll pick up here in a minute with some of the presentation practices and be back with you shortly. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're having a great weekend and have a great week. Stay safe, and most of all, stay awesome. Now I'm waiting on my computer.